Today's topic we're talking about is release regret. A lot of times when we start talking about regret and dealing with regret, a lot of times we don't even recognize that we have it. We don't even recognize how heavy it is and that we're carrying it, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to figure out what regret is. We're going to see where it comes from, and we're going to recognize it so we can release it, right? So that's the topic today, to release regret. We can't live with it anymore. I can't live with it because I got to move forward. I can't live with it because I got things to do and places to go. And I can't live with it because I got to be greater. Miss Pressure! I can't live with it because I got to be greater. I got to be greater than I am now. I got to be greater than I was yesterday. I got to do it to get there. So we're talking about regret. Oh, I regret that I did this, but how can we carry it? What is regret? Regret is a sad feeling. Regret is a feeling of sadness, of repentance, of disappointment over something that had happened or had been done. So regret, we can have regret because it's something that we caused. I love you, Miss Pressure. I love you, King. AJ Sood. That's love. Regret can be something that we receive because it's something that we have done. Regret could come from something that we've done, and regret could come from something that someone has done to us. So regret is hey Ronnie, the regret is that sad feeling, that feeling of repentance, that feeling of disappointment over something that had happened or something that has been done. Yes, Dream. Don, Lulu, hey love, welcome forward, my loves. Daniel, welcome forward, love. So when we deal with regret, it's that feeling of sadness and repentance. I did something wrong and it weighs on us. You know, I'm disappointed at the decision I made. I'm disappointed at the decision I made that allowed someone to hurt me, that allowed someone to do something to me. That's what we're talking with regret. A lot of times when we deal with regret, especially is when there's a loss or missed opportunity. You know, I regret that I didn't go to college, you know, that type of stuff. I regret that I had children too early. I regret that my parents didn't support me like they should have. I regret that I don't have the right family. I regret that I decided to do a different career than what I love. I regret that I didn't make that investment. Smile, hey love, hey cute. So a lot of times regret really, when we deal with it, most of the time it directly has to deal with us missing opportunities or loss of opportunity. I should have did this. I should have did that. And we live like that. And we could live in regret so much so that we're thinking about what we should have did and not what we're doing. Do you see that? King and queens, we could be blinded by regrets for so much so that we're constantly thinking about what we could have did and not what we're doing today. Why does my life feel so stagnant? Why can't I really receive that unconditional love? Why I'm not happy like I should be? What is stopping me? We have overwhelmed this place of regret, and we feel it with our energy. That we have no energy left. Come on, king and queens. Regret can be a parasite that eats you from the inside. Come on, preacher. So we could be blinded by this. We could be blinded by this rejection so much so that we're focused on what we didn't do and not what we're doing. We wonder why I'm not reaching this point of happiness that was promised to me, or people talk about, or I see. Why do we envy people so much? Why do we desire and look at Instagram pictures and hashtag relationship goals? And why do we covet other people's stuff? And why do we desire the thing we desire is so much? We look for that happiness. We look for those relationships, even to just see it as a view, even if we can't have it, just because we know it's something that we deserve. We know that it's something that we desire. We know that it's something that we deserve. We know that it's something that has been promised to us. So we look at these relationships and we like looking at Instagram and pictures of people holding each other and pictures of people loving each other and pictures of people smiling and videos of happiness and things like that. We desire JP! Hey, gorgeous! Yes! Yes, love. Welcome. Come through. Come through, Queens. And we desire all these things that we see because I'm telling you, King and Queens, that is what is yours. You have been promised. Yes, my love. Hey, Chosen. You have been promised this very thing. You have been promised unconditional love. So the more and more we see the things that we're supposed to have, the more and more we regret that we don't have it. And when we live in regret, that thing can consume us so that we spend all of our energy in wishing for a different decision and wishing that we could turn back time. All right, so we spend all of our energy in regretting the things and looking at what we deserve and not going forward, but wishing that we had it. Not going forward, but being sad and repenting and disappointed that the decisions that we have made didn't lead us to it. Come on. This is what we're doing. We're looking for my juicy come through, Queen. This is what we're looking for. We're living in regret instead of living. We stay in a position where we're wishing for a different decision from the past because we didn't like the outcome. We're wishing for a different decision, always looking backwards. Come on, preacher. Yes, yes, Juicy. And hey, love. Wishing for a different decision from the past because we don't like the outcome. We didn't like how it turned out, so we wish that we did it different. Wishing on a dream instead of living the dream. A lot of times we sit there and we live in regret, and I know it's going to get a little bit real now. Come on, smile. Thank you, love. I know it's going to get a little bit real now, and I pray that you, King and Queens, can handle this, but we live in regret because we don't feel like we're enough. We feel like it's too late. You know, I made the wrong decision. Yes, thank you, love. Woo, thank you, creative. I made the wrong decision, and you know, I feel bad about what happened in the outcome. Enjoy your present life by letting go of the past mistakes and decisions. Yes. How can I enjoy what I have now if I keep looking back? How can I live and move forward, but I keep looking back? Why am I worried about the outcome when I could create new ones? And we're living with this regret because I don't feel like I'm enough to make it better. I don't feel like I'm enough to do it right this time. I don't feel like I'm enough because I've already made the mistake. I could do it again. We got to think more of ourselves. When we think more of ourselves, then it says, you know what? I did make a mistake and the outcome was bad. But you know what? I know who my Father is. And my Father turns all these bad things around for good. As long as I'm trying to do what's right, follow his commandments with a pure heart and loving him, he will change these things around for me. And you know what? I can appreciate it because I live off of time, but he doesn't even know what time is. He doesn't even live off of time. He's everywhere all at once. So the very thing I regret 20 years ago, he can make happen for me in 2 weeks now. I don't know who I'm talking to, but it all comes down to the place of belief. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your Father? Do you believe in the Most High, your Creator? I got to release this regret to get to what has been promised for me. My loves, King and Queens, you got to get to a place that you redirect your energy into your divinity. We spend so much time on I wish I would, and I could have, and this would have been, and that would have, and what if, and everything past tense that we're living in the past. Our verbiage is in the past. Regret is related to perceived opportunity. You understand that? Regret is related to, thank you, Chef, thank you, love. The regret is related to perceived opportunity. Right? What I could have had, what I could have done. If I would have just listened to what my mother said, then I would be making millions right now. Come on now. If I would have just did what my father told me to do, I would have my new car right now. Come on. Regret is related to perceived opportunity. Honey, you aren't God. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know that if you listened to your mother, you would have got the $1 million. There's no way you could have said, what if, God forbid, you got in a car accident and you couldn't finish the deal? You don't know what would have happened. Come on, creative. Yes, love. Redirect your energy into your divinity. Come on. You better say that. Thank you for that lottery, love. Come on, creative. Yes. You don't know what could have happened. We could plan. You could plan and plot all these things and live in this regret. But honey, you really don't know how it would have panned out. I'm talking to someone, king and queens. You really, truly don't know how it would have panned out. So why are we wasting all our energy on something that we're not sure of? I'm not sure it could have happened that way. And what if we wasn't ready to receive that blessing? The Most High would have pulled the rug from under our feet and we wouldn't have got there anyway. You know what? When someone lives in a place of regret, it's a place that, it's a person that doesn't believe all things happen for a reason. Come on, preacher. Yes. Ah, that's so awesome. Big Mama, thank you, love. It's real. If I'm living in regret, I don't live knowing that all things happen for a reason. I got a charge on my life, so I could come to a place to recognize that life isn't about success. I'm going to give you guys examples. Let's talk about it. There was a period in my life I regretted that I had a charge. I felt like it was the end of the end of all my goals. It was the end of my promises. I got a felony charge and, I can't do nothing anymore. I can't go forward. I can't succeed in anything. I'm just talking real, king and queens. There was a period in my life that regret took over. I no longer was living, but I was upset. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Joy B and manifesting panels. Yes, inbox me, Big Mama. Let me know when you would like me to come. I'll come for sure. Anything to help king and queens. I love you guys so much. Regret took over my life. I wish I would have. I could have. And if I did it this way, and now I have something on my record that can never be removed. I can't be great. I can't be all the Most High called for me to be. And I regretted every moment, every step, every decision. When I finally figured out where I went wrong and how I let my emotions take over instead of acting in emotional intelligence, I came to a place to regret so much that I didn't want to live. That part. Can we get a little bit deeper about regret? I'm going to talk to you about my life. I was at a point in my life that I regretted just to even live. I regretted so much so. Vietnamese, hey gorgeous. Speak about it. Come on, Big Mama. And if it didn't happen, I would have never came to a place to recognize life isn't all about success. I would have came to a place to recognize that it's not about me, that I got it all together. That every good thing that I have in my life has came from the Most High. It wasn't because of my abilities. Wait, but Candy, it was your abilities that helped you get there. Honey, I get confidence because I recognize and I appreciate the abilities that I have on the inside. That's what confidence is. In my appreciation of my abilities, I know I didn't just create them myself. I know that I didn't just put them there myself. I know I'm not my own creator. So when I appreciate the abilities on the inside, I am appreciating who He is. I'm appreciating the Most High. Come on, Serene One. I'm appreciating the Creator. Not the creation, not me, but knowing that He did it for me. Yes, I get success. Come through, High Brand. Love you, Phoenix. I get success because of my abilities that was instilled in me by the Most High. Yes. I came to a place that we're gonna speed up this testimony real. I came to a place that I couldn't get a job. I came to a place that even when I found a job that was off the books, that was making way more money than I was. Well, I was at the age of 22 at the time. I was 22. I called the charge at 21, I think, something like that. 20, yeah. I was 20, and I was 22, and I was trying to get job after job, and I couldn't get in, this and that, and then finally I said, you know what? I thought I could outsmart a lot of things, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna work off the books. I found a job off the books. I was making $300 to $400 in tips a night on weekdays. On weekends, I was pulling in $700, $800 in cash a night in tips, right? As a bartender. And something went down in the bar, and they blamed it on me because of my charge, right? And they fired me. And I sat in my car and I cried on the phone to my dad, and I said, I can't believe this. You know, I'm just trying to get ahead. I'm just trying to make some money. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, be successful, and this keeps happening to me. And it wasn't until then that I recognized that, you know what, everything that I was searching for that I felt like I needed, I really didn't. I already had all I need. And that was the love that the Most High had for me. Right, Hybrid? And I recognized that life isn't about success, because you could chase success all along that you are not happy. You can have all the money in the world and not be happy. And I stopped, and then the Most High said, are you happy? And I'm like, no, I'm not happy because I could get a job or not. But He said, when you had the money, because I always tell everybody, you know, at the age of 20, I was making $130,000, $140,000, working like a slave, just throwing away money everywhere. And He said, when you had the money, was you happy? And I said, no. And I realized something, that success is not all about it. And the more that I lived with regret about what happened, it came to a point that the very thing I regretted, this is how you know, come on, king and queens, don't make me scream from the rooftops. The very thing I regretted was the thing that I appreciated. The very thing that I regretted all those years, I come to this point in my life that I appreciate the charge. I appreciate the very thing that I regret. And if I had the choice, I would never go back and change it. The thing that I regret the most in my life, you got to understand, things happen to us. Rugs get pulled up from under our feet because we are not on the journey to the destiny that has been called for us. We want to make our own decisions. We want to do our own thing. Come on, Serene One. Come on, Smile. Let's get real. We want to do everything on our own, but why not seek the one that created the journey? Why not seek the one that designed the destiny for us? Why not seek the one that wants us to have more than we do ourselves? And I don't take it back for nothing. You know why? Because I would have never understood what happiness was. And you know why? Without that felony charge on my record, I would not see how great and mighty my God is. That part. To the same government that put this on my record for life was the same government that licensed my school. Come on now. That's not by my works. The same government that says I can't work at McDonald's because I have my charge, and I can't work here, and I can't do this, and I can't do that because of this charge, gave me the first dental school in New York State owned by African American. And that's not me. That's all praises to the Most High. I ain't got nothing to do with me, because if it came to me and my record, they say I can't have nothing. But he has the last say. So we got to come to a place to release regret. Even if we change our perception on regret, we'll recognize some things that, it didn't happen for me, because everything happens in its divine purpose and its divine will. It will start with you, right, hybrid? Come on now. Everything happens at its time. I understand now that I can't live in regret. Thank you, creative. Thank you for that lottery. I can't live in regret because I believe that all things happen for a reason. And if it wasn't my time, maybe because I wasn't mature enough. It wasn't my time because then other things would have been affected in my life. It wasn't my time. I don't make those decisions. I didn't create this life. I'm not going to sit there and waste precious time that I could be living worrying about what I could have did when it's not my story to tell. Come on now. Our life and our journey has been written by the Most High before we was created in our mother's womb. Yes, we make decisions that lead to things that can happen, but it all works together for the good of those who love the Lord. I'm going to say it one more time. Come on, Mina. It all works together for the good of those who love him. Come on, preacher. Everything comes in a season. And that's why I love the Most High like I do, because his mercy is everlasting. His grace is everlasting. I love who he is because I can mess up and he still helps me. I mess up and he still blesses me. Come on. Grace is not doing it right, but he still blesses us. Mercy is messing up over and over and over again, and he still blesses us. That's the God I know. That's the God that I love. I know who he is and what he does for me, and how extraordinary the Most High is. So, come on, hybrid. He sees to me when I don't see to myself. He has loved me when I didn't love myself. We don't just regret our decisions, we regret relationships. We can regret relationships so much so that we regret it while we don't have real relationships anymore, because we're so busy regretting the relationship that we was in. The toxic relationship. They're no longer around us and we're still feeding them with our energy. Oh, that's deep, right? They're no longer always, hey love, they're no longer around us and we're still feeding them with our energy. I broke off that toxic relationship. I wish I never talked to her. I wish I never trusted her. I wish I didn't see him. Come on, hybrid. Yes, let him heal every part. Come on, hybrid. I wish I never made those decisions. I wish I never loved him. I wish I never gave her the ring. Living in a prison of regret. Come on, preacher. And you thought, honey, you let go of the toxic relationship, but you didn't, because you're living in regret so long. Come on, Mina, that you're directing all your energy into the relationship that you had. You're still feeding all of your energy into that toxic relationship because you keep saying, I wish I wouldn't have had. And if they didn't do this, and if I didn't do that, and we're so doing, honey, focus on what's new. Focus on a divine relationship. You know what? Let's forget all about regret and let us just focus on self-love in ourselves. How about that? Let's put it all out on the table and stop trying to figure things out, and let us try to figure out the inward parts. Let us deal with us. Love on us. Direct that energy in you, love. Find out about you. Find out what makes you tick. Find out what you love. Find out why the Most High loves you so much. Come on, creative. Drop everything. Don't worry about the past. Honey, I'm talking to you. Don't even worry about the future. Just stop and recognize how extraordinary you are without it. Your extraordinary isn't determined by your experience. You being amazing isn't determined by the choices that you made. You are extraordinary and amazing because he made you that way. I'm not talking about what you did and how you did it. Sunflower, yes, love, come through. Love you. I'm not talking about what you did and how you did it. You are extraordinary and amazing because he created you that way. Not factoring your decisions, not putting in your mistakes, not putting in what you regret. You are great. All by yourself. Melanin, hey love. You are great all by yourself. Just being you. Living and breathing. Just breathing in and breathing out. You're extraordinary. You're wonderful. Lovely. Hey love. Smooth. Brown butter. West. Hey love. Welcome forward, my king and queens. We got to deal with regret so we can deal with our mental well-being. That part, hybrid. I am great all by myself. Come on, smile. That's what I'm talking about. I'm extraordinary, but your life doesn't match it. It doesn't have to. It's how I was created. Fat Cat, thank you, love. Yay! Thank you all helping me get closer to my goal 4 stars. You helped me to share this love and share these messages, and I appreciate you for that. So the support means everything. I love you. Come on, preacher. We got to come to a place to deal with our mental well-being. We got to stop and deal with our mental well-being because you're worth it. You're extraordinary and you're amazing. And my experiences don't determine that. My decisions, my choices don't determine that. Why do you think the Most High will spend our whole life trying to convince us that we are? Why does he still love us after we make mistakes? Because you're extraordinary by yourself. Why does he still care about what I'm doing and where I'm going after I make mistakes? Because you're amazing, just as you are. My greatness isn't determined off of what my decisions I made. My extraordinary isn't determined off of the choices that I make. I'm already that. A lot of times the regret comes from that deep hurt and regret that we didn't come to a place to be able to accomplish our goals, you know. I regret a lot of times feeling better is believing in better. Come on, money. Yes, love. Don't change the smallest. Let me read this. Don't change the smallest flaws about yourself because it can be your greatest tool that God can use us. Come on, hybrid. You better speak that, Phoenix. That's real. We got to stay authentic. That's what hybrid's talking about. We stay authentic and see how he uses you. Stay authentic. He is the creator. He created you that way. The more that you try to change who you are, you're changing how he made you, how he created you. He created you that way so he can use you a certain way. And that's what hybrid's talking about. The more and more we're not authentic, the more and more he has less to use us with. But he wants to use us. It's his. He just wants a chance to use you. And that's what Phoenix is talking about. The more that we stay authentic is the more that he can use us. And the more that we change the creation, he can't use us in the full capacity that he wants to. So allow him to be who he is. Don't go against what he has written. And when the more we regret is the more we don't have faith in him. Come on now. Your unaccomplished goals, honey, you're still capable. Stay with the process. Yes, preacher. Your unaccomplished goals, you're still capable. The promise that was spoken over your life, regardless of what you regret, is still possible. What you regret hasn't changed what has been written. Woo! Who am I talking to, king and queens? What you regret doesn't change what has been written. It don't matter what you do, you still promise what you promised. It doesn't matter how, you can always get it. You can always reach it. It can always be achieved as long as you're deciding to change. It's always there. He's been ready. Are you? When I say it's always there for you and the promise is always ready for you, what I'm talking about is, yeah, but I regret what I did so I can't achieve. No, it's already been written for you, your destiny. All you need to do is fall in line. It's not about your past, it's about your future. Your regrets don't break you, it makes you. Come on, preacher. We learn from them. You're still capable of doing all that has been promised for you. You're still capable to get to your destiny. Regret isn't determined on nothing that has been written. Why? So why waste your energy thinking about the things you could have done when you could look toward your future and still achieve all that has been promised for you? Come on. Thank you, Sunflower. Yay. Helping me get closer to my goal. 4 stars. You guys are amazing. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you for helping me. We even regret words left unsaid. And that gets a touchy subject because there could have been, we had a bad relationship with the people that we love and they passed away. We never was able to see someone again, or our relationship broke off and I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. And we take these words left unsaid and they have power over us, that they keep us locked in this regret. If you ever felt regret from words left unsaid, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. Slaughter, hey love. Thank you, Smooth. If you have ever, Michelle, hey gorgeous. Come on, Bling Queen. Come on, lovely. Roxy, hey gorgeous. We're rising to you, my love. Come on, Sunflower. Juicy. Words left unsaid, put a 1 in the comments. I'm living with regret and I haven't released the regret because there was words left unsaid. But the real thing, come on, Serene One. But the real thing, thank you, Michelle, I love you. The real thing, I'm telling you right now, King and Queens, is that if there was words left unsaid and we didn't get to say what we meant when people passed away, come on, Bling Queen, and we didn't get it to elevate it. I love you. Welcome forward, King, Queen. Come through, Queen. I love you. Words left unsaid. We have to know truly in our hearts that without words spoken, they know how we feel. And I'm talking about the ones that passed away. Without words spoken, they know that I truly love them. We might have been arguing the last conversation, but they know that argument. Why did we argue so hard? Is because we loved each other so much. Thank you, Hybrid. Yes, because we loved each other so much. You got to have faith in the unconditional love that you had for the person, for the words that were left unsaid. Come on. Believe in the love that you had for each other. Thank you, Slaughter. Believe what the love that you had for each other. Believe the foundation of love was strong enough that even the words that you meant to say was already spoken. We got to get to that place to understand, if a parent is arguing with a child and then the parent gets in a fatal accident and they pass away and the child is left with all this regret, they got to understand that there was the reason why there was a conversation like that was because there was so much love in the mix. I want you to do better. I want you to do it right. And it's love, like I know that they love me, that type of thing. You got to trust the foundation that was built with the words left unsaid. And when I talk to you about the living people, the people that we dealt with in relationships, Queen Sugar, hey love, we dealt in relationships. We got to begin to come to a place to be able to choose our words wisely. So we don't always come to a place that there was words left unsaid. Say what you have to say, King. Come on, Bling Queen. Say what you have to say, Queen. Don't wait to say I love you. Don't wait for a different time. Don't wait to say let's get it together. Don't wait to say let's conversate about what is. I'm not understanding something. Let's talk about this. Don't be scared to reach out. Don't be scared to communicate. Live a life that you don't want to live and regret with words left unsaid. Come on. You have the capacity, my king and queens. You have the ability. You're capable. No regrets. Live a life of no regrets. You know why I live a life with no regrets? I release my regrets because I believe everything happens for a reason. Don't choose hurtful words just because you can. Come on, queen. Stop. Get out of my notes, queen. Yes, bling queen. That's what I'm talking about. I put don't hurt people. Say what you feel. Say what you feel, but don't hurt people. Choose your words wisely. Don't hurt people, but say what you feel. Listen, our emotions is our energy in motion. It's who we are. I'm not telling you to disregard your emotion. I'm not telling you to block out your DNA speaking. That's what our emotions are. I'm not telling you that. All I'm saying is choose your words wisely so you don't hurt people. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Come on, preacher. It's real. Come to a place to really trust your intuition. We're gonna see how many of us deal with this too. If one of the things you regret, listen to what I'm saying. If one of the things you regret, you wish that you listened to your intuition, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. If something that you regret or regretted before, you regret it because you didn't listen to your intuition, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. Yes. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Whether you regret it now or not, you regretted that you did not listen to your intuition that knocked you over the head 50,000 times. Come on, Serene One. Come on, a bling queen. Come on, Smile. Come on, Mina. Come on, Creative. Juicy, Sunflower. Man, if I just listened to my intuition, they said they were no good. I seen the red flags, but I decided to settle for something that was less than I deserved because it was more than I experienced. Because I decided to settle for less than I deserved because it was more than I experienced. You know what that means? I decided to settle for less than I deserved because it was more than I experienced. What I deserved is here. I decided to settle here because it was more than my experience. My experience is here, and I decided to settle here. I decided to settle less than I deserve here because it was more than I experienced here. I always been treated bad, so I got treated a little bit good, and that was enough. That's why. That's good. If I would have just listened to my intuition. Come to a place to check in with yourself. That's all I'm asking you, king and queens. I'm not gonna harass you and hound you. All I'm saying is just check in with yourself. When you make decisions, when you start relationships, even in your relationships now, you reevaluate some of your relationships, you think about yourself, check in with yourself. Because we all had that one time or the times that we regretted that we didn't listen to our intuition. Sometimes we know best. Because we're the ones who've been dealing with it our whole life. Dealing with what, Candy? Us. Sometimes we know best, right? So check in with your intuition. Figure some things out. Not listening to our intuition will take us to a place to regret a whole lot of things. Why? Because I know we did it already. We've been there. Self-evaluation. Come on, right to women. Don't be afraid to change how you feel, right? The last piece of advice that I'm going to give you, my king and queens, follow the first mind. Follow your first mind, because your first mind is your divine mind. Come on, creators, speak that. Purple Rain, hey love. Leo, thank you for being a fan. Thank you for the taps. Stop holding on to negative feelings. Yes. And the next thing I'm going to say to you, my king and queens, my loves, the way that we can release regret is we come to a place to take some time out to spend it with your loved ones. Take some time out to spend it with your family. Take some time out to spend it with your true friends. Do you hear me? A lot of times when we're not dealing with what we're dealing with right now, when we're not dealing with what we're dealing with today, and recognizing the blessings that we have now, we'll live in the regret and forget what we have today. Do you hear me, King and Queens? We'll live in that regret we have to go through to get to the other side of the pain. Come on, prophet. Yes. Say that. The more and more that we, yes, elevated, yes, sunflower, the more and more we live in regret, we forget the things that we're blessed with today. You know what? The thing that I regret, it wouldn't let me to listen to this. This gets deep. That's why I said you got to come to a place to recognize that I don't, what am I saying? We got to come to a place to recognize that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You know why? Because now the thing that I'm regretting, if I would have did it differently, it would have led to me not having my children, and I'm blessed with my children today. And if it was promised to me, that means I could still have it. I'm still capable. So even though I regret that thing, and so many blessings have came out of it, because it works together for the good of those who love the Lord. And the more I'm regretting the very thing is how much blessings. If I look at the bigger picture, I got more blessings that came out of it than I think I would, than I thought I would. So recognize and deal with the blessings that we're dealing with today. And I'll help you to release these regrets. Because who knows if we would have changed the blessings that we love so much at this time, at this present time. We don't know. Don't live in the regrets, because we're not Miss Cleo. We can't tell the future. We're not God. We don't know what would have exactly happened if we did it that specific way. We have no idea. We don't know if we would have made the right decision. Then we would have been sick along the lines and we would have missed the opportunity. We don't know what would have happened. So stop taking your time and energy to try to figure out and be God. That's what we do when we live in regrets. That's what we do when we're constantly feeling sad of our decisions, and repentance and disappointment for the very things that we decided or that has been done. No, I'm not God. I don't know what would have happened if I would have made the right decision. It sounds like I could have did better. Yeah, but you know what? In the end, I learned from it, so I still win. So if I'm winning anyway, I don't regret it. I don't regret anything that happened to me. You see what Elevated put? You see what Sunflower... There's no regrets. I live with no regrets because I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you, school. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the things that I regretted in my life. I'm not Superwoman. I'm not God. I did regret things in my life, and I learned from them. Come on, Highbraid. No, I'm not perfect. There was a period in my life I did live with regrets, but now I release all my regrets, and now I know that everything in life, there was a plan and there was a purpose for what I did when I did it. And when I did it and decided to do it, you know, He loves me so much, He turned it around for my good. Let go of your regret and let go and let God lead you. Come on now. There is none righteous, no, not one. That part, school. Right. I made my things, but now I live with no regrets, because as long as I am guided by Him and I try my very best with a good heart in all that I do, I can't have no regrets. I can't have no regrets. So release the regret. Live life with no regrets. Understand that everything can work out for you, that you're still capable of achieving that goal, that you're still capable of doing the very thing that causes you to regret what you decided. Did you hear me? You're still capable of doing the very thing that's causing you to regret what you have decided or what has been done.